Nagatacho has been rocked by party chair Ogikubo's sudden retirement due to illness. Long Ogikubo was the Prime Minister's last ally in keeping Parliament together.
An election shall be held to reaffirm the will of the people. I look forward to a new Citizens' Liberal Party and a new cabinet.
The Prime Minister made more shockwaves later that day. In the afternoon, he announced he would appoint Ryo Aoki to Ogikubo's now vacant post. Aoki will be the first sitting governor to also serve as the ruling party's chair. This bold move is sure to have ripple effects.
Welcome back to Nepharix Plays Yakuza Like a Dragon, episode 47. Like, comment, subscribe down below. Chapter 11, The Odds.
Former chairman.
Surely the governor of Tokyo can read. My sign says no visitors.
Oh, suddenly rules are important to you.
Naturally.
Shouldn't you concern yourself with the rules you've already broken? For example, counterfeiting. Your crimes put the entire national economy at risk.
Do you know how many lives were saved by what you call a crime? Hundreds. Any politician can say they built a road or passed a law. But how many can say they caught people who fell through the cracks? You think you're talented enough to do that in my stead?
Oh, I've got plenty of talents. I just use them very differently compared to you. For example, I already very busy schedule.
The governor is the party chair. Nothing could be more ripe for corruption.
Oh, everything I'm gonna do will be labeled scandalous by withered old men like you. But by next year, Japan will have a new standard, and it will have been written by me.
Spoken like a true amateur.
Amateur, huh? Let me ask you. Do you remember my first election 10 years ago? I asked you for the Citizens' Liberal Party endorsement. You insulted me. Your exact words were, "Bleach Japan as a bunch of kids playing at politics." Your home district is Kanagawa 2nd. Isn't you? Candidate there in the next election cycle. And he'll have the Citizens' Liberal Party's ringing endorsement. So, how does it feel to have everything taken from you by a bunch of kids? Our candidate's victory in Kanagawa's District 2 is all but certain. So I've come up with a plan for taking out the trash in Ijincho. Of course, we'll probably lose half the population.
Are you calling the people of Ijincho trash?
I'm calling them disposable.
Pardon me?
What did you call them? People who fell through the cracks? Can't you see that's their own fault for becoming so dependent on the gray zones? Their response, and they failed. That's what makes them disposable. But I must be going. As I said, I've got a busy schedule. Happy retirement, my former chair. I truly wish that for you. I hope you'll visit Ijincho after its beautiful new developments are complete. You'll hardly recognize it. And I can't wait to see the look on your face when you see it.
Ooh. So it's not the father, it's the son. But how has the relationship between father and son evolved from the beginning of the story to where we are currently within the story? Now that's the question. Survive bar, here we go.
So, is your hideout?
Yep, go ahead. Make yourself at home.
I'd love to, but where could I even do that?
Yes. The square footage of this place leaves something to be desired.
Well, excuse me. I'm hearing some pretty high standards for a couple of pad crashers.
We're not crashing it. Namba-san gave us permission.
Who the hell says no to Jungi Han when he has to stay the night? I mean, it's freaking Jungi Han.
Hey, where are the rest of your people now that Komi Jewel HQ is gone?
They're fixing the surveillance system. Takes some time.
Why Jungi Han is staying here since this place is a pile of ashes? What's Zhao's excuse?
It's not like I could just keep living in Qingchen after stepping down from the Liu Meng. Wouldn't have sent the right message. So, I've joined the ranks of the homeless.
Still doesn't explain why you need to stay here.
Maybe because information collects where people do. And this group does seem to be in the know.
We do? But we don't even know what happened to Bleach Japan. Did the police ever put a stop to all that craziness?
The police? Kasuga-kun, haven't you seen the news?
No, I haven't had the time.
Well, Bleach Japan's reputation in Ijincho, hell all of Japan, is golden after the Komi Jewel thing.
What?
Oh yeah, you wouldn't believe the headlines. Despite peril, brave Bleach Japan topples Komi Jewel gang. Grassroots org achieves what police never could. Shit like that.
Wow, great journalism. No spin at all.
That's not even the worst of it. The reports say that Komi Jewel committed arson during its fight with Bleach Japan. And in the blaze, Bleach Japan director Ogasawara perished.
He's dead? Wait, what happened? He was definitely alive after the fire. That's when we interrogated him.
Yeah, then the Omi Alliance rescued him. Why would he be... Wait, did they?
Yes, they probably killed him. I had that thought right away. At least he died the way he wanted to, as a hero of the revolution.
That guy? A hero? Why'd they kill him?
Because he squawked like a bird when you interrogated him. Why wouldn't they off the guy? Now they're just milking his death for all it's worth. Honestly, it's a brilliant move, making it look like he died in the Komi Jewel fire. No crime reports, cops and doctors wouldn't bat an eye. And Bleach Japan gets a nice, tragic death to go on about.
Damn. I wish we'd picked a fight with dumber enemies.
But what can we do? Go to the police and explain how we abducted Ogasawara?
What would be the point? Half the force is on Mabuchi's payroll. No, they would just book our asses.
So Aoki has everyone marching along to his little tune. All in step.
Young master.
Okay, Bleach Japan's got us by the short hairs there. But what about the fact they were trespassing on Komi Jewel property?
Well, they must have figured the public would think the ends justified the means. And they were right. The public thinks Bleach Japan is the hero of this story. The police will never prosecute them for trespassing.
At this rate, the Komi Jewel and the Liu Meng are going to be extinct in Ijincho. And people like you who give us shelter will be an endangered species. I wish I didn't have to say this, but I suggest you make other living arrangements.
I can't. I'm waiting for someone to contact me here.
Who?
Arakawa-san, he's about to go all in with his next gamble. When that happens, you'll need strong allies.
More than he's already got?
I can't say anymore. I'm sorry.
Me too.
I'll be in touch.
Well then. But isn't Masumi Arakawa the man who shot you?
The boss wasn't trying to kill me. He shot me so I could live.
Sorry, but don't you think that's still kinda fucked up?
It's a long story. Buy me a beer sometime and I'll tell you all about it. But right now, while we've got you on the team, we need to get shit done. And we need to stock up on money and supplies because nobody knows what the hell will happen next.
That's for sure.
Hell yeah, so we're just getting the bosses. Well, I guess we're all same goal at this point. With the fall of the Great Wall of Muscle in Yokohama's rising crime rate, the city's civilians grow even more powerful. Be on the lookout as you may encounter... Wow. Although, it's pretty cool, we can actually start focusing more on the Suji decks, now that we're focusing more on the side quests and everything else. Cheers to that. I cut the last episode a little bit short, thinking this one would cutscene was going to be long. Zhao's know-how. Toughened him up against bleeding, fear, rage, and silence. Perfect. Let's go ahead and plant some stuff. Plant that. Perfect. Oh. See what happens next. Hey, Ichiban, how are you doing?
Hey.
I'm fine, thanks. How about you? Oh, good, good. Can I ask you a favor, though? Sure, I think you could take out the trash for me? Trash, I don't mind, but why? I'm just cleaning house at my place, and there's some stuff I don't need anymore. No rush, just stop when you have the time. I can't lift that at all. I'll wait for you at my place. Wonder what that means. Let's go ahead and start diving more. Seems some heavy lifting. Guess we'll head to Hamoko's place after I wrap things up. What's going on over here? Let's do it.
Time to hustle.
Beat him down.
Watch me.
Oh, these ones are actually our level.
Don't move. You're weak.
You're gonna be in a whirl. Here we go.
Let's go.
Where's Zhao? Well, I guess it didn't say he joined the party yet.
This out.
Yeah.
Dynamite ignite.
I'm not backing down.
Nice.
Let's go. Well, take this.
Huh?
You're weak.
Nice stunned in.
Come on now.
Stunned and bleeding. I thought Zhao joined the party for some reason. Kind of disappointing.
Right.
Go ahead and do twirling beat on this. Perfect. I'll do pyro breast.
You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
And having a bad day.
Watch me.
Nice. Man, you really say my hat high. I can't believe he just snapped because I wanted to look at him wrong. Going straight to you. Sound good.
With finesse.
Perfect. I'm kind of curious. I do want to raise the bond levels with everybody. Yeah, Zhao is on the team. I can't do anything with him. There we go.
Hey, Namba. You good?
Oh, Ichiban. Perfect timing. Guess you could already tell, but yeah. I've got to get something off my chest. You got a sec?
Huh?
Oh, you bet your ass I got a sec. That's what being a bro is all about. And you and I are totally bros. You know that, right?
Suppose so. You're kind of nuts, but I guess that's what I like about you.
I'll take that. So lay it on me.
Promise you won't tell a soul?
Yeah, cross my heart.
Okay, so last night I had a hankering for a nightcap, so I dragged my ass down here. But it was late. The bartender wasn't around. And so I'm sitting here all by myself. Then I start thinking, what would be the harm in helping myself to a small pour? Just a shot, really. Figured I could pay it back later, you know? That's when I see it. An unopened legend malt, shining in the dark like it had my name on it.
What's a legend malt?
A super high-end whiskey. The king of kings. One glass is at least 10 grand.
Wow.
Get out of here.
Really?
Right? I couldn't dream of buying a shot, much less a glass. But I figured a drop would be okay.
Don't exactly sell it by the drop, dude.
Right? But I took one anyway, because who was gonna stop me? I poured just a drop onto my hand. And when that sweet honey touched my tongue, I went straight to heaven.
It was that good?
Best whiskey I've ever had in my life. A taste that I felt through my whole body. A fruity aroma that I can still smell if I try. I'm telling you, it was pure magic. All my cares just melted away.
I want to try that whiskey.
Really that good? They don't call it the legend for nothing, huh?
Yep. Packs a legendary punch, too. Next thing I know, I'm staring down an empty bottle.
Damn.
Hey, don't tell me you drank it all?
I did. Guess I blacked out or something. But the fact remains, I downed at least 100 grand worth of whiskey.
Holy shit.
What'd the bartender say?
You think I actually told him? What's he gonna do, hand me a bill that'll never get paid? What I did instead was I found the nearest mini-mart, grabbed the cheapest whiskey I could find, and replaced it.
Wait, so the whiskey in the legend malt bottle right now is
horse piss. To the brim.
Someone's gonna find out eventually, you know?
I know. Why do you think I'm so stressed out? So come on, Kuska. What would you do if you were me?
If it were me, I'd...
Stay calm and let things play out. Just say an angel drank it.
Let's see. If anything, I'd stay calm and let things play out.
Well, how is that gonna solve anything?
Think about it. Drinking whiskey like that was a once-in-a-lifetime experience, right?
Well, yeah.
And whatever's in that bottle won't get discovered for a while. So why panic about it now? If you stay calm about it, I'm sure you'll eventually stumble on a solution.
That's weirdly reassuring, but also vague.
I'm telling you, don't sweat it. Things are gonna work out.
Okay, I'll sit on it for a bit. I knew you were the guy to ask.
Well, if it isn't my two favorite vagabonds. Why are you two not drinking?
We were just figuring out some life stuff.
Without me? At least you saved me a seat.
Of course we did. Shall we?
I'm in the mood for something special today, and I know this place has some killer whiskey.
You want whiskey?
Yeah. There a problem?
Not exactly a problem.
Good. I was thinking we could do something fancy for once.
You don't mean...
Bartender, I'll take a 12-year-old silver malt on the rocks.
You sure? It's 1,500 yen a glass.
What? A girl can't reward herself every now and again?
Oh, thank God.
We're gonna shit our pants if we have someone orders a whiskey now, aren't we?
No doubt about that.
Nice. If only I got past that. I want to make sure, like, it's... Nambo will now gain more experience while he's not in the active party. Perfect. That's stuff to do. I'll do it by order here. I guess Adachi's next. Although Adachi did come first in the story.
Adachi-san, either I need my eyes checked or you actually bought a drink from the bar.
Oh, it's just water.
Giving your liver a rest? That's rare for you.
Nah, it's only because I don't have the money for sake right now. Not even sneaking it in from the convenience store.
Damn, you're that broke, huh?
I forgot to set aside something for this one big expenditure I have every month. It's stupid.
What expenditure? You in debt or something?
Nah, nothing like that. I've been sending Takashi money.
Oh! Isn't Takashi-kun the son of the guy who was arrested on false charges?
Yeah, Kasumi. And he was arrested because I didn't believe Takashi's testimony.
Yeah, but you also tried to get Kusumi released, right? Or Nouchi's the one who shot it down.
Doesn't matter whose fault it is. Nothing will bring Kasumi back from the dead. And you don't know how shitty it got for Takashi. First his dad killed himself, then his mom passed away from grief. Poor kid ended up in an orphanage. Well, ever since then, I've been sending Takashi money every month. Under a fake name, of course.
Why a fake name?
Because Takashi wouldn't accept money from me. I'm one of the cops who locked up his old man. So I started sending money to him under the pseudonym Yamada.
That's a hell of a good deed, Adachi-san. But wouldn't Takashi wonder why the heck some stranger named Yamada-san was sending money?
Oh, I didn't overlook that. See, I played this Yamada-san character as a rich guy with a passion for philanthropy. And it worked. Takashi took the money without thinking twice about it.
A passion for philanthropy, huh?
Like daddy long legs, maybe we should...
Oh shit. I think I feel some tears coming on, man.
Huh? Hey, what's up with you?
I never knew how hard you were trying to do the right thing. And you're still doing it, even after you lost your job, knowing you'll never get credit. Still helping out Takashi-kun. Adachi-san, you're a man among men.
I didn't mean to yank on your heartstrings so much.
Seriously, man, doing that for 20 years is freaking amazing.
I just figured it was the least I could do for the kid, you know?
That's not how I would describe it, especially now that you no longer have a job.
Well, that's a good point.
You know, isn't Takashi-kun all grown up by now?
He's 25.
Don't you think he should be able to stand on his own 2 feet at this point?
Well, except now he's prepping for law school, so...
Oh yeah? He wants to be a lawyer?
Yup. Another blood-sucking lawyer. Nah, but maybe it won't corrupt him that much. I mean, he's a good kid. You know, he writes me a letter every month and thanks me for the money. Those letters are how I know he's trying to get into law school.
Maybe he was inspired to do that because of what happened to his dad.
I wondered the same thing. That's why I thought I'd keep helping him until he passes the bar exam.
The bar exam's supposed to be pretty tough, yeah?
Yeah. Well, he's been studying his ass off for the exam since college. It hasn't been easy for him. He lives on wages from his part-time job and the money I send him. Doesn't go out or party, just studies.
Sure hope he passes then.
Hopefully he'll manage to do it this year.
Hopefully you'll be okay sending him money until then. It's gonna be rough.
Well, to tell you the truth, that's a big factor. If he can't support himself soon, I don't think my heart's gonna hold up under the stress of all my stupid money troubles.
No kidding. Now it all makes sense why you're broke.
No, thanks. Hope you're rooting for me, at least.
Yeah, of course I'm rooting for you.
Good. Then what do you say to buying me a drink?
I walked right into that one.
Come on, a clink of the glass would be music to my ears.
Fine, fine. Not like I can say no after a story like that. Hey, bartender, can I get in an order?
Hell yeah. Getting past level 1 here. Kasuga feels his bond with Adachi grow stronger. Adachi will now gain more experience when he's not in the active party. Adachi can now change to the breaker job. I might swap it to that. Maybe we need a change up, but not quite yet. And Psycho? Everyone bonds over drinking, right?
Hey, Ichiban. Wanna grab a drink with me?
Sure. But you really know how to knock 'em back, Sachan. Promise me you'll keep it to 1 or 2.
Oh, come on. It's no big deal if we drink more than that. It's not like I'm gonna make a move on ya.
Well, that's a bummer. So, hey, you're technically still a mama at a hostess club, right?
Yeah, but I didn't found the place. I was promoted to mama after Nonomiya saw that I was the best hostess there.
If you're that good a hostess, you'll be bored drinking with me. I ain't much for clever conversation.
Don't be so hard on yourself. It takes practice. I definitely wasn't a natural at it. But neither of us is looking for tips right now, so who cares?
Okay. So what's happening with the club now? Still going strong, even without Nonomiya?
I've got the girls holding down the fort. They should be fine, barring any earthquakes. Or ex-boyfriends.
Oh, pretty impressive that you trust your staff to run the whole joint.
They know the basics of the business. I am the kind of mama who teaches her youngsters well.
If you do say so yourself.
Well, I do. But of course, it was that desire to educate that caused all the drama in my family.
Was that all the stuff with Nanoha and your dad that you mentioned before?
Yeah. At least things have simmered down among us recently. Thanks to you guys. My dad's in a real nursing home now, and Nanoha's looking for a more legit job like she had before.
So you call them pretty often?
Oh, no. Never. I just have my hostesses secretly check in on them every now and then. Nanoha doesn't want to see me. She'd be furious.
Why? You two really can't get along?
That's an understatement. I haven't seen her in 7 years. I do call her up sometimes, but she never wants to meet in person. I'd like to, though, and I tell her that. She turns me down every time. Guess I have no one to blame but myself, really.
Why? What happened?
I'm listening.
It's a boring story. You sure you want to hear it?
Well, it's not like you gotta entertain me. I'm here to listen, Chan. I think that's...
That's right, you do. I don't care if it's so boring it puts history professors to sleep. As long as it's from you, I'm all ears.
So I have your express permission to rant for the next 10 hours, and you'll sit here and listen?
Yeah.
Well, that's sweet of you.
Thanks. So go ahead. How come you don't get along with Nanoha?
Well, I think it's because I was just too controlling. I always had something to say about everything she did. My mom was sick throughout our whole childhood, so I felt like I had to take care of my shy little sister.
Little sister? But you're the same age, unless there's a new kind of twin I don't know about.
Of course we're the same age. Her personality just always made her seem younger. She was so timid. I was the one with the guts, just like Mom. It's probably why Mom trusted me more than Dad. He was closer to Nanoha since she took after him.
I gotcha.
Dad wasn't earning much from the little company he ran back then. I tried to help him out by getting a part-time job in high school. Didn't take me long to figure out nightlife entertainment was where the real money was. Pretty soon I was essentially the breadwinner of the family. And after Mom died, even more so. All I wanted was for Nanoha to get into a good college and live an honest life.
But you think that came off as controlling to her?
Yeah. I told her which college to go to. Insisted she become some sort of white-collar professional. But the straw that really broke the camel's back was me chiming in about her new boyfriend. I listed every red flag I could possibly think of, then I asked her if the dude raised any of them.
What, like you made a physical list?
Yeah. Stuff like being dirty, acting douchey at restaurants, condescending towards women, always name-dropping. There were a lot. I went too far, honestly. But you know what? The bastard did fit a lot of them. She was like, oh, but he's getting it together. He's starting a consulting firm. But I told her to dump his ass.
I'm betting she didn't like that.
No, she did not. She threw stuff, screamed herself hoarse, cried. Even my freaking dad cried seeing all the drama.
Jeez. It was that intense?
I think it always bothered him that he couldn't make enough money to help my mom. He was embarrassed I made more than he did. I remember, after he found out what my pay was, he just started doing whatever I said. And then all of a sudden, during this fight, he started sobbing about how he should have helped Nanoha break free from me.
Sounds like he was finally letting out everything he'd bottled up.
Yeah. And it turned out Nanoha's boyfriend problem was just the beginning. Because in that moment, I realized my family was distancing themselves from me.
Sachan.
It was, 7 or 8 years ago when I decided to leave home and just focus on work. Imagine how it felt when Nonomiya called and told me about this new family trouble. How Nanoha chose to work at a soap land instead of asking me for help. I was shocked. I really was.
And just in case it ever comes up, we're all supposed to pretend you don't know she was working at Otohime Land, right?
Knowing my sister, she'd die of embarrassment if she found out I know.
Well, then the charade must go on.
That's some good story.
I think I had one too many after all. I didn't plan on talking for so long. But thanks for getting a drink with me, Ichiban.
God, venting is putting this
Everyone's
game in
going
a
through
new
something.
light.
Having a friend to talk to just makes it a little easier.
God, bro. Talk about good friendship right here. Psycho will now gain more experience when she's not in the party. Perfect. We'll go ahead and call it a day here. I hope you enjoyed the bonding episode, seeing everybody's where we're at with that. Oh, you know what? We're gonna do one more. I got Junji Han in here.
Hello, Kasuga-san. I must say this place is quite comfortable.
Yeah, ain't it? Also, seriously, man, how's a guy make drinking alone look so cool? Guess it's easy when you're as handsome as...
Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
Yo, for real? Hey, now you're speaking my language, man!
Are they about to
You
kiss?
certainly are a mysterious one, Kasuga-san. Sunghui speaks highly of you as well. I dare say it makes me jealous.
Oh, come on. Speaking of, have you been with her long? You've got this butler and lady of the house thing going on.
It's only been 3 years since I was brought into the Komijul. I can't say it's been long.
No shit.
Up until then, I was with a group called the Jingon Mafia. I was their leader's body double.
Body double? You mean like a decoy? Just like the real
His
thing?
neck kind of looks
Indeed.
weird here.
If my master was ever targeted by our enemies,
It's kind of sticking out at a weird angle.
that was my duty.
That looks better
I
there.
didn't figure people still did that kind of stuff. Wait, does that mean your face is...
An imitation, yes. What you see is a result of large-scale plastic surgery. But I'll have you know my previous face was rather handsome as well. A shame not a single picture of it exists anymore.
Really? Out the window then, huh?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
So that means Junki Han isn't your real name either, right? What's your real name then?
Surely we're not that close yet, are we?
Come on. First step in becoming friends is calling each other by name, right?
Well, isn't this awkward? I'm afraid I'm the type to want a bit more distance with people.
That how it was with the Jingon Mafia? From the name, I'm guessing it was some sort of Korean Yakuza-like thing?
Weren't you once a member of the Tojo clan, Kasuga-san? I'm surprised you've never heard of the Jingon Mafia.
I was in the clink for a long time.
The Jingon Mafia and the Tojo clan clashed in the 1980s, long before you were serving time.
The 80s? Dude, that's 40 years ago. I was just a baby back then. Doubt I even had hair.
Yes, I had yet to be born myself. Regardless, early in the decade, the Tojo clan attacked the Jingon Mafia and massacred a great number of them. Around 30 or so.
30?
Back then, Kamurocho was the most sought-after territory in all of Asia. I've heard the conflicts for control were rather intense. The Tojo clan was incredibly strong, and they made sure it was a well-known fact.
Still, to off 30 of them is...
To get their revenge, the Jingon Mafia main arm in Korea sent even more members to Japan, some of them as undercover agents. But deception is a tricky business, and all who could not strike at the heart of the Tojo clan were considered failures and forbidden from returning. In the end, those that couldn't carry out the mission were abandoned and left without any place to go. One of them happened to be my father.
Then you were born here, in Japan?
Yes, but be that as it may, I don't recall being welcomed here. I wasn't even accepted by any Korean communities either. My family was treated like slime and kicked out from wherever we went. We came to be called the Stray Jingon Mafia, running away whenever we were discovered.
Slimes who run away, huh? Stray Jingon Mafia ain't bad, but personally, I think Maverick sounds a hell of a lot cooler.
Maverick. One that strayed from the herd. Maverick Jingon Mafia is a bit of a mouthful, though, isn't it? It's a little much.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Stray Jingon it is.
But I will give you points for style, if nothing else.
Thanks.
Like how I got style
So,
points for
what
that.
happened to the Stray Jingon after that?
Enter the 21st century, the winter of 2006. Around the time I turned 20, the Jingon Mafia from the mainland made an all-out assault against the Tojo clan. But even as that happened, the Stray Jingon Mafia received not a word of warning. We were left completely in the dark. Our fathers were entirely forgotten by the countrymen that sent them here.
You don't say. I might know a guy who could sympathize with that.
Oh?
Yeah, he's right in front of you. I got tossed out by my family and locked up for 18 years.
Oh, that's right. That must be why I can't bring myself to hate you, Kasuga-san.
So, what happened to the Jingon's big all-out attack?
Despite their careful planning, they were ultimately crushed by the Tojo clan. Ironically, those that survived came from all over to join those of us in the Stray Jingon Mafia. It was a miserable sight. Both sides cut off from home and left with no choice but to band together in the social sewer of a country that wasn't theirs.
Sounds like you struggled. I wouldn't know it from looking at you, though.
I could say the same to you.
Yeah, finally starting to warm up to me?
It would seem so. I haven't been acting much like myself today. I had a great time drinking with you, Kasuga-san. I truly mean that.
So whatever happened to the real Junki Han? What's he up to now?
He revived the Jingon Mafia roughly 3 years ago, and at that time had taken over a considerable portion of Kamurocho. But he was shot in the head and killed. I was absent at the time.
And it all came crashing down, huh? Wait, then that means... Can't you use your real name now? Why keep up the body double thing? You're not trying to become the real Junki Han, are you?
Who can say? But that's none of your concern, is it, Kasuga-san? Or am I wrong?
Nah, you got me there.
Mysterious.
Farewell.
Guess he's not the type to open up so easily. I'll just have to keep drinking with him.
Nice. That's cool, learning the backstories of each one. Perfect. That's what we need more. God, I'm thinking about this, like how everyone is gaining experience from that. Spicy. But in the meantime, we'll go ahead and call it a day here, guys. If you enjoyed this content, like, comment, subscribe down below. We will catch you on the flip side. Thanks so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. See ya.